Tessa, do you remember these scenes? Police cars overturned, yellow jacket protesters clashing with authorities. Well, these scenes weren't in Paris. In fact, they weren't even in France. This was Belgium. Last week, yellow jacket protesters clashing in the EU quarter of Brussels with police in the riot gear we, of course, seen in France. These protesters protesting against what they say are rising living costs, higher taxes, but those yellow jackets copying the Gilets Jaunes in France. Of course, this becoming now seemingly a political statement across the EU for discontent. Let's bring up this, though. Outside of the EU, check this video out. It shows a Serbian opposition MP putting on a gilet jaune, if you like, a yellow jacket here in the Serbian parliament. Of course, this outside the EU. Here, the symbol again being used, though, to protest against rising fuel costs. But now let me show you this, moving well beyond the streets of Europe. Let me show you these images of people in yellow jackets, starting with the top one, actually. If we go up here, you can see riot-clad police here and a protester in a yellow jacket. That could be like any of the cities we've seen, but this is Basra. This is in Iraq. These scenes showing clashes on Tuesday between security forces and protesters. So what is going on here? Why are the yellow jackets now in Iraq? Let me bring up some of the key points these demonstrators are making. Well, this latest round of demonstrations is all about basic services. Protesters in Baghdad wanting the authorities to deal with a lack of public services like clean drinking water, electricity. The latest unrest began in June, but I think the key thing here, NBC News speaking to people on the ground about these yellow jackets. Well, one of the organisers saying it's a return to yellow jackets. Actually, the Iraqis wore these in 2015 during similar demonstrations. It is fair to say, though, they've been inspired to go back to them after what's happened in France, sort of a more unified symbol, if you like, of the discontent. But let's just round this up for you here. Brussels.